Thank you. You may be seated. Friends, family, we've assembled together today to witness and celebrate the marriage of Hamza and Hannah. The legal requirements of the state having been fulfilled and their license for marriage being present, I will ask them each if they come of their own free will and accord. Hamza, do you come to this union of your free will with the intention of being faithful in marriage to Hannah for as long as you shall live?
I do.
Hannah, do you come to this union of your free will with the intention of being faithful in marriage to Hamza for as long as you shall live?
I do.
I think they're ready. Who presents Hannah to be married to Hamza?
On behalf of the entire family, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let us continue. Hamza, as it is your intention to become the husband to Hannah here today, as you look into her eyes, feel free to take her hand and say to her these words. I, Hamza, take you, Hannah, to be my wife. In this moment, I promise before these witnesses to love you and care for you for all of our days. I accept you with your faults and your strengths, even as I offer myself with my faults and my strengths. I promise to support you when you need support and turn to you when I need support. I choose you as the one with whom I will spend my life. And now, Hannah, as you look into Hamza's eyes, please say to him these words. I, Hannah, do take you, Hamza, to be my husband. In this moment, I promise before these witnesses to love you and care for you for all of our days. I accept you with your faults and your strengths, even as I offer myself with my faults and my strengths. I promise to support you when you need support and turn to you when I need support. I choose you as the one with whom I will spend my life. Hamza and Hannah, today you commit to spend the rest of your lives together. And this commitment is a promise of two people that you will love one another more fully and more freely with each passing day. We have before us today two individual containers of sand. One representing you, Hamza, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will be. The other representing you, Hannah, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you will be. As these two containers of sand are poured into the third, larger container, we shall soon see that individuals no longer exist, but become one. Just as these grains of sand may never be separated and poured again individually, so now shall your marriage forever be united as one for all of your days.
Who's the boss?
Yeah.
I want to point out something that's kind of important, though, with the pouring of the sand. If you notice, the color on top is predominantly purple, which represents Hannah. Because as any good man knows, the wife gets the last of everything. The last word in the argument and the last pour of sand. So you guys are off to an excellent start. Since the earliest of times, it has been customary and fitting for the bride and groom to exchange tokens on their wedding day. And for as long as most have remembered, those tokens have been wedding rings. And I know you guys have rings in which you'll be exchanging. So at this time, if we may have the rings, please. And Hamza, if you would take the ring that you have selected for Hannah, placing it onto her finger, and as you do so, say to her these words: I give you this ring as a constant reminder of the promises we exchange today. As you receive this ring, receive my promise of faithfulness to you. And in the same token, Hannah, taking the ring you've selected for Hamza, placing on his finger, and say to him these words: I give you this ring as a constant reminder of the promises we exchange today. As you receive this ring, receive my promise of faithfulness to you. May these rings not serve as locks or chains binding you together, but as keys, unlocking your heart's secrets so that you each may know and thus be drawn closer together. Guys, in just a moment, we're going to come to the best part. But before we do, Hamza and Hannah, I want you to take one another's hands. I want you to take in a deep breath. Look at one another. Look back at these faces in which surround us here today, celebrating right alongside us. And then glance back at one another. You know, you guys have been together for quite some time already. And I think you already realize that relationships take a little bit of work. Marriage is no different. But the couples that thrive realize early on that they do life better together. And although there are things in this life that we all realize that are beyond our control, when you have that person by your side, when you have that partner that completes you and that hand to hold, you get through the happy and joyous occasions and the bumps that may come along the way. You get through those things better together. So my ask in charge of you here today is, no matter what life brings, do that very thing. Face it as husband and wife, hand in hand, Hamza and Hannah. And may the love that is in your hearts on this day continue to grow deeper and stronger, so that others may always see and know the love that Hamza and Hannah have one for another. So with that, guys, we've assembled in this place this afternoon and heard the willingness of Hamza and Hannah to be married. They have exchanged promises and sealed those promises with rings. Therefore, by virtue of the power vested in me by the state of South Carolina, it is an honor that I pronounce you husband and wife, Hamza, you may now kiss your bride. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and privilege that I present to you, for the first time, the new Mr. and Mrs. Sayeed. Hey, you.
Come on now, people.
Oh, well,
Everybody can come.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
No, just say hi.
I forgot the